Hey guys, welcome back to the Prehistoric Life Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Crawford, and ignore that for right now. Today we are back with another dinosaur battle for the tournament. And this time it is Shantungosaurus versus Tyrannosaurus Rex. The king versus the Titan Hadrosaur. Not really a deficient good title. So we're going to start out with some good, solid measurements for this thing. I think I still have the Tyrannosaurus Rex page saved somewhere. All right, let's dive right into this. So, Shantungosaurus stands at a whopping 5 meters tall and about 15 meters long. This thing is massive and it weighs about 12 to 20 tons. Now, I want y'all to notice where its head is. And the primary thing about these is that they do not live alone. They're very social creatures, as most hadrosaurs are. So they kind of rely on A, their size, B, the overwhelming amount of them. But I do want you to notice how low its head is. But it can also probably rear up on its back legs, bringing its head even higher than 5 meters. Nothing significant, I would say, for bite force because it's a hadrosaur, so it's more meant for grinding. But I would say that this thing's main focus on weapons would just be outsizing you and out trampling you. So we'll see how that does against Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king itself. So let's go ahead and turn to Tyrannosaurus. That's Allo. There's Carno. I'll set that there for right now. Nope, I guess I need it over here. So get a good look at Shantungosaurus or Shanotosaurus. And this one here is Tyrannosaurus. Standing at a whopping 4 meters tall and about 13 meters long. It's about 40 feet long to 12 to 20 feet tall in freedom units. This thing weighs about 3 to 4 tons. So this thing is actually way smaller than Shanotosaurus. I want y'all to realize that, though. So Shanotosaurus is technically taller, it's heavier, and it's longer. So it's much larger than Tyrannosaurus. But what Tyrannosaurus mainly has going for it is its incredible bite force that it is famously known for. So the bite force of a Tyrannosaurus is about 35,000 newtons of force, which is just absolutely insane. That is just bizarre. So to compare that to humans, that's 300 pounds of bite force. But to break bone, you need 4,000 newtons of force. So let's do some quick math. Let's take 35,000 and divide it by 4,000. So this thing, this absolute unit monster of a creature, can break bones almost 9 times over. Almost 9 times over. This thing is a monster. Still not as impressive as the Patago Titan stepping on you and absolutely obliterating you, but still insanely impressive. So that's what it has going for it. So it will be easily knocked around as Shanotosaurus just kind of slams it around. And it won't have arms to kind of help itself get up, so it may take longer to go up. And Shanotosaurus does have those longer arms, and it can rear onto its back legs, kind of getting its head out of danger. But yeah, I don't. Wow, this is going to be a very, very close, very interesting fight. Considering that they both have those crazy advantages of each of them, where Shinodasaurus completely, well, not completely, but it insanely dwarfs. It just insanely dwarfs Tyrannosaurus. Not really insanely. It's only like by a meter, but that's still pretty great. And by weight, it just drastically varies. Um, so I guess let's go ahead and dive into this. Well, as a T-Rex and a Shinodasaurus veer into each other, veer paths into each other in the flat grasslands of whatever land bridge is connecting North America and Asia at this time. I don't know. T-Rex roars. There's nothing to hide behind to try to approach Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus rears up on its back legs, snorting and honking, trying to get Tyrannosaurus disinterested in it. Tyrannosaurus charges in, but Shinodasaurus quickly lowers itself onto Tyrannosaurus as it dies, as Tyrannosaurus charges in, completely stepping on Tyrannosaurus, knocking Tyrannosaurus to the ground. Tyrannosaurus gets back up and is barely able to shove Shinodasaurus off as it sidesteps. Tyrannosaurus bites at the side of Shinodasaurus, taking a large gash and chunk out of the side of Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus honks and screams out in pain as it, with its back leg, it kicks the face of Tyrannosaurus, knocking its head to the side. As Tyrannosaurus looks back and roars, Shinodasaurus bucks with its shoulder. Wham! Knocks Tyrannosaurus back to the ground with all 20 tons of its body weight. I know. It's insane. Shinodasaurus is massive. As Tyrannosaurus gets back up and roars, Shinodasaurus quickly, as fast as it can, tries to take a step back to regroup itself. Tyrannosaurus gets up. Shinodasaurus waves its tail at it in a drastic measure, but Tyrannosaurus just bites clean through the tail, taking a chunk out of it. Shinodasaurus screams out at agony as the end of its tail dangles from slight limbs. Shinodasaurus honks as he uses its front legs, stepping up again, trying to step on T-Rex. But T-Rex takes a step back. As one foot lands down, T-Rex quickly bites into it, as it's still leaving Shinodasaurus in the air. As T-Rex slowly starts to crunch through the bone, Shinodasaurus actually uses all 20 of its ton and falls to the ground, toppling over on top of T-Rex, slowly crushing it. T-Rex is barely able to wiggle its way from Shinodasaurus as Shinodasaurus struggles to stand up, limping as one of its hands is completely demolished and severed. Well, not severed, but the nerves are crushed so bad that it can't even stand on it. Shinodasaurus honks out, but T-Rex quickly charges in. Shinodasaurus tries to step back, but Tyrannosaurus is faster, lighter on its feet, as it steps to the side and bites right into the neck of Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus quickly tries to jerk its head back in time to try to get away from the jaws of Tyrannosaurus, but Tyrannosaurus is too quick, and it bites down. Shinodasaurus raises its head into the upper jaw of Tyrannosaurus, just impaling the back of its neck on Tyrannosaurus's teeth as the bottom jaw of Tyrannosaurus slams shut on the bottom of the throat. Tyrannosaurus struggling to take it down to the ground. Tyrannosaurus fighting as it tries to slam Shinodasaurus to the ground. Shinodasaurus fighting to stay on its feet as it basically just spins Tyrannosaurus around, kind of throwing it against the ground. Wham! The jaws of T-Rex rip the throat off of the top, the skin and the bone and the meat, almost down to the bone of the top and the bottom of Shinodasaurus's throat. Shinodasaurus stumbles away, blood gushing and forming into a pool under it. Tyrannosaurus stands up and snarls as it notices some of its teeth were broken out into Shinodasaurus's neck. Tyrannosaurus Rex just bellows as it acts like it's stalking its prey, surrounding it. Shinodasaurus is going lightheaded from blood loss, but not out of the fight quite yet. It honks one last time, trying to rear up on its back legs. T-Rex at this moment quickly charges in, but this time it sidesteps. Shinodasaurus dives down, trying to crush T-Rex again, but T-Rex quickly sidesteps and bites a chunk out of one of the back legs, biting all the way down to, what is that, your femur? I think it's your femur. All the way down to the femur, crunching the bone, breaking the bone, ripping meat, skin, and even chunks of bone out from Shinodasaurus's leg, tearing and ripping as Shinodasaurus collapses to the ground. Trying to get back up, two of its legs completely useless, blood forming in a puddle around its legs and its throat. Shinodasaurus struggling to get up as T-Rex quickly chomps back down on Shinodasaurus's face this time. Shinodasaurus not able to open its mouth to bellow out and cry for help as T-Rex's jaws crush around Shinodasaurus's skull, crushing its skull as eventually crunch. The teeth of Tyrannosaurus, the jaws of Tyrannosaurus break down the skull, fracturing it as some of its teeth stab into the brain of Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus, in a final desperate plea, gasps out and nothing but blood drips from its mouth. As T-Rex tears, ripping chunks of skull, brain, and skin and face off of Shinodasaurus as Shinodasaurus goes limp and falls to the ground, a puddle of blood forming from its head. Tyrannosaurus Rex screams out in victory. So, yeah, I don't know if this is kind of a bit of an obvious one, but I'm feeling like, so I guess what we would have to compare it to would be Edmontosaurus. So let's look at Edmontosaurus, because I know Edmontosaurus is definitely large. It's a very large dinosaur. Don't get me wrong. But I do not think it's as large as Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus is very massive. 43 feet long, 20 feet tall. How tall is Shinodasaurus? Nope. Gotta get to the end there. Gotta get to the end. Nope, that's too far. Tyrannosaurus and Nucosaurus. So it's actually, Edmontosaurus is probably ever so slightly smaller than Shinodasaurus. Shinodasaurus is, you know what? Let's just actually look this up. Edmontosaurus, and then we go to Prehistoric Wildlife, as you do. Yeah, Edmontosaurus stands about as tall as a Tyrannosaurus Rex at its back hip. So, where the back hip of Edmontosaurus is where the head of T-Rex, where the head of Shinodasaurus is. So Shinodasaurus towers over Edmontosaurus. It sees clean over Edmontosaurus. But T-Rex still has that experience of taking down Edmontosaurus, which is like the same size of it. So it kind of has experience taking down larger prey. So yeah. I don't really know off the top of my head predators of Shinodasaurus, but by the power of Google, the Tarbosaurus is a natural predator of Shinodasaurus. So Tarbosaurus was probably built to take down Shinodasaurus. Tyrannosaurus Rex is larger, has more tough jaws, or not more tough jaws, but has a stronger bite force than Tarbosaurus. So if a Tarbosaurus can take down a Shinotosaurus, I'm saying T-Rex can take down Shinotosaurus too. So therefore, I'm giving the win to Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of dinosaurs. Tyrannosaurus Rex. So next time will be another amazing interview. But for now, let's sign off and do all that. If you want to see some of these amazing creatures on display in museums, in digs, and things like that, I don't know why that is pulled up. Go visit Dinosaur Trips. Please, I'm begging you. Tell them Prehistoric, and speak of the king itself. There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Actually, I don't know if that is, but I feel like it is. But yeah, so go tell them Prehistoric Life sent you. They'll give you $250 off your tickets. And if you want their Instagram and all that, let me pull that up for y'all. If I can find it. There is the Dinosaur Trips Instagram page. Please go check it out. They have a lot of amazing posts and a lot of interesting information. I personally suggest the Red Rocks and Raptors one because that is one that my good friend Dr. Brian Curtis is leading, owner of Fossil Crates. So go check them out. If you want my additional content, go check out my website, or not my website, my Instagram page, Prehistoric Life Podcast. Check that out. I post a lot of additional content, like about skulls and things like that. If you want my content early, go visit Prehistoric Life Podcast on YouTube. And I try to post everything a bit earlier on there, just so it kind of pushes y'all to go subscribe there. If you want all of that in one place, go check out my website, prehistoriclifepodcast.com. And I try to keep it up to date. Like last time was not that. It should be like, well, no, it's not out yet. But yeah, for now. So what will be out last time should be Majungasaurus, if I'm not mistaken. And it should already be out on YouTube, but go check that out. So again, thank you so much. I'm your host, Eric Crawford, signing off. This has been Prehistoric Life Podcast. Tyrannosaurus Rex will be moving on. See you all next time. Goodbye. Remember, keep it prehistoric. Bye.